Three. Hi, everyone. I am here tonight with my Brooklyn College friend, Rachel. Hi, Rachel.
Hi,
Good to see you.
same here. Good to
Yeah.
see you too.
We had to figure out the timing because you're all the way in California, so
Yes.
fun stuff. But I actually know you from college, and we've
Yes.
been together for a long time. So
We go
yeah,
way, way back.
yeah. I remember being at your wedding, which was
Mm-hmm.
so much fun, a whole whopping 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm. 10
Hard,
years.
hard to believe. Well, it's good to see you. And um, without further ado, I'm going to ask you the first question. What is the best part about being a mom?
The best part about being a mom is seeing your kids turn into their own people, having their own personalities. You have this tiny little baby that you bring home from the hospital, and you lose many, many hours of sleep, and eventually they just turn into this little independent individual that starts arguing with you, and you realize that they are their own individual person.
Wow. That's I mean, I know nothing about being a mom, but I know a thing or two about kids because like that's what I do. Like the only jobs I've ever had was like kids, so I know what you mean, but I don't know what it's like to experience it as a parent. So I can't actually relate on that level. But yeah. Next question. What is the biggest challenge of being a mom?
Having to put your children before yourself. So
Mm,
that means making sure that they eat before you, making sure that they sleep before you, making sure that they don't get sick. And many times, because you always put kids before you forget to eat, you don't sleep enough, you get sick when they do because they coughed on you or sneezed on you.
hmm Has it been like more like has it been like the fear of like the health like have you felt it more like during COVID?
I did in the beginning, but now I'm not as worried. I'm just worried in general. Besides for COVID, there are other diseases around there. So you just have to keep in mind that once COVID is under control and does eventually go away or isn't a pandemic, we still have other diseases to worry about.
Mm, yeah, definitely. I mean, there's always something to worry about. No matter who you are, like whatever life circumstances, like there's always something.
Well, it's like my professor in college said the first day of class. It was a health class, and he asked us, who doesn't have stress? So out of like maybe 30 people, 2 people raised their hands. I did not raise my hand because I'm honest. And he said, if you raise your hand, you're either dead or you're a liar. So,
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess some people are dead inside, so maybe they raise their hands.
yes, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. Next question for all our, parents out there watching. Do you have any parenting books that you can recommend?
The parenting experience. Don't be too hard on yourself. You learn as you grow. There are baby books, there are books about raising kids, but at the end of the day, you are the parent, you have the instincts. So follow your gut feeling, regardless of all the unwanted advice around you, whether it's from your doctor or your own parents. You feel that, you have that gut feeling. It definitely does kick in, and you know what's best for your child.
Mm. It's really interesting. I was having a conversation with a non-parent friend. I have a lot of those. I have some parent friends, but mostly non-parents. And he was actually telling me that there really aren't that many like good parents. And I was like thinking like, who do I know that's actually a good parent? Like if there was a role like an Oscar Academy Award for good parent, like how many people do I know that I say can actually earn that award? And honestly, it's
Not many.
right. Right. Like there are well-intentioned parents, like there's, like parents who try and all that. And I didn't actually like think about that until until like really I was reflecting on it today when I was having lunch. I was like, wow, who do I actually know that's a good parent? And I thought of a few examples.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is it about just following, like, not just, but like how do you know when to like listen to yourself? Like, is it all the time, or like are you ever wrong?
It's just when someone gives you advice, either it sounds preposterous and you think, wow, I'm never going to do that, or you actually try it and then you're like, it doesn't work for me. So I can give you an example. My youngest son is a biter, and he doesn't do it out of frustration. He does it like a puppy. He does it when he plays. So when he plays, he ends up biting you. And I told his pediatrician, I was asking what we can do, and he said we should put some soap in his mouth. So he's going to understand that every time he bites, he's going to have a yucky flavor in his mouth. And I was thinking, good God, I'm never doing that. I even told my mother, and she said, don't you dare do that. My mother-in-law said the same thing. And like I said, even though he's a pediatrician, he probably could have been my pediatrician. That advice, I just said, no, not doing
Wow, that's awesome.
that. Yeah.
Wow, thanks for being open about
So,
that. I really,
yeah.
yeah, I appreciate it.
It's definitely challenging. I have my moments. Like everyone loses their cool as a parent, especially during the pandemic. Even though my kids have on campus learning, it's still very crazy. The rules are very rigid. No backpacks, no lunch boxes. It's in and out. My son today, when he came to the car, he told me he had to go to the bathroom, and normally we would just go to the bathroom, and they said he can't go to the bathroom. And I'm thinking, what's a 5-year-old to do? So one of the teachers was nice enough and gave me a cup for him to pee in the car.
Oh my God, I can't believe you're being open about. Like, thank you. Like, this is the stuff I was hoping to,
Motherhood is messy. It's very,
Yeah.
very messy.
Oh my goodness, that's a real challenge. I mean,
Yeah.
wow.
So I can say in that aspect, I'm happy I have 3 boys because it's easier in a way for to have them pee anywhere. So we've had many times where we're on the road and there's no bathroom for miles. We give them a bottle or we give them a cup, and that's what you do.
Mm, wow. Do you read any like these blogs? Like, I know there's like a Scary Mommy, and like there's all these like parenting forums of like even like young parents, like our age parents who like like they share like support. Are you a part of any of those communities?
I'm not part of Scary Mommy. My friend is, and she tells me sometimes when she reads articles, she doesn't sleep at night. And I said, no thanks. I follow legitimate advice. So that's from books, and that's from babycenter.com. I am part of mommy groups on Facebook, and sometimes the advice or the things moms say are really dumb. So I really just roll my eyes. I'm really just in the group for entertainment. I see some parents posting pictures of their kids' skin conditions, or they're asking what to do. My kid has this fever, or my kid has this scar. And I'm just like, take your kid to the doctor. Why are you asking a bunch of moms? So,
Oh, that's funny.
yeah. I just think like, your child has fever, your child has a rash. Tell your doctor. Why are you asking a bunch of moms who probably don't have their medical degree?
Yeah. Wow, interesting. Very interesting. So how do you find the time to do the things that you love for yourself?
It's all about finding a schedule and a medium. So right now, all 3 of my kids are in school, and I work part-time. And now that they're a little bit older, when I say older, I mean my baby is 2, he can actually sit on his bottom and watch some TV for a while. So, for example, today during dinner time, I quickly put my computer on and I let them watch for about half an hour while I made their lunches. That's not me time, but that did give me time to make their lunches as opposed to doing it now. My husband is very hands-on, so when he comes home, he reads to them, plays with them, and puts them to bed while I clean up downstairs.
Wow.
So, and then I just squeeze in Zumba classes and things like that whenever I can.
I remember Zumba because when I went to visit you in San Diego, you were like huge on that, and you took me, and like it was so much
I
fun.
still do Zumba. Like I said, I just
Still
did
do
a
it.
Zumba class before we started this interview.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're going strong.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
4 times a
I
week.
can cool. Well, I can recommend some like free Zumba classes online if you're interested. I found
Definitely.
yeah.
The more
Well,
classes, the better. The more variety, the better, for sure.
okay. Well, you're probably gonna like kill them. Like, I mean, in a good way. You're probably gonna like rock them since you just.
Awesome. Bring it on.
Okay, we'll do. Um, favorite hobbies besides Zumba?
I'm also a part-time writer. I freelance for 2 magazines, one here in San Diego and one in Orange County. And I self-published a novel, which I'm still trying to get an agent for it. And I was recently offered a job as a grant writer for an organization here. So I love writing, and I'm really grateful that I get paid for some of my writing. I love art. I love doing projects. I'm really crafty. When I have the time, I like to explore different ways how to incorporate art into my life. So, for example, one of my clients that I go to, the mom is really artsy. So we just did an art project together one time.
Wow. What was your project?
It was a macabre.
A what?
Macabre. It is, you can look it up. It is use special types of string. So what I did was, she showed me how to do it. It's basically tying knots in different patterns. And then this particular pattern was turned out to be a leaf. So you take a special cat brush after you are done with the shape, and then you brush it out and it looks like a leaf. So that was fun. I also like to
Like to what?
lanyard when my kids bring it home from camp.
Oh.
I finished the stitch for them.
Oh, cool. Very nice.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you were that crafty.
Well,
that's pretty crafty. That's like up there.
I try. When I have time, when I'm in the mood, I do it.
Cool. Very nice. How do you deal with negative emotions?
From myself or from people?
You know what? I'm gonna let you answer this question however you want.
Negative emotions. Well, from people, I guess it's hard, especially being a boy mom. I get comments all the time, as if gender is my choice. And I'm sick and tired of hearing it. I really just ignore comments like that. I do remember I was pregnant with my third boy, and this lady who I had no idea who she was, I was going to my appointment. I was with my 2 older kids, and she said openly, she's like, there better be a girl in there. I just one of them, hundreds of comments I've gotten about being a boy mom, and it just, I'm happy with what I have. My kids are healthy and they're happy and they're well cared for. So I really don't appreciate these comments as if gender is the number one thing. So that's just something I do struggle with, because sometimes I do feel like I'm missing that mother-daughter relationship that I wish I had. But I try to think of, I have these beautiful 3 boys that are total mama's boys. So that's one aspect. And then negative emotions about myself. I believe as a parent, especially this day and age, we all have anxiety. So I actually found this anxiety therapist online, and whoever's listening, if you are struggling with anxiety or OCD or depression, you are not alone. There is this therapist in England. His name is John Glanville, and he charges $3 a month. And he said, just tell your family and friends about it. First 3 videos are free, and he explains to you how the mind and body work and how they're basically at a disconnect when this happens. And I've been watching his videos, and because of what he says and how he says it in his gentle voice, it does not only make me understand my rough patches, but also makes me try to better myself and not have these negative emotions. So it is a process.
Wow. That's awesome. It sounds like he's like cognitive behavioral therapy.
An aspect of it, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but people think, and I'm not anti-drugs, but he does say that many times, the medication that patients receive, it's just to mask the problem, whereas you should really try to figure out the root of the problem, because if you figure out the root of the problem, you wouldn't need all this medication.
Oh, girl, you got to talk to David.
I know.
Oh my God, he is all about this life. He's like, this is like, he preaches this, like it's his religion. It's
ask David what he thinks about the subconscious versus the conscious mind, and I'm sure he's going to tell you a whole thing about it.
Okay, I mean, we have had like plenty of conversations like that, and I'm sure he does have some sort of like philosophy about it, but he's all about finding like the root cause.
Yeah, I agree with David. Smart guy.
Yeah. What are your goals?
My goals are to be the best mom I can be, even though I don't always act that way. We all have our days. We all freak out. We all get annoyed from our kids. But just to really enjoy the moments that are good. You know, life is a roller coaster, goes up and down. And when it's good, you really should savor it, because you should just try to be happy, because you only have one life. And if you keep complaining about this life, then what do you really have when you're gone? What can you really look at when you're old?
Mm-hmm. Wow. Very nice. Wow. I appreciate your honesty.
Thanks.
I think that it's like, you know, it's not always easy to like navigate being a parent, and like also a lot of the whole subject about parenting, it doesn't always pertain to parents. Like it pertains to people who were parented. Like a lot of people were affected because of their disrupted childhood, and like they might have had, you know, some kind of thing that happened. Like it could be anything, and we need open and honest discussions about it, and like how it affected us, and how
100%.
to heal like the trauma that, you know.
100%. And when you're a parent, hopefully we'll be someday, but when you're a parent and you're on the other side, and you're not the child, you you know, whatever, anything negative that you went through as a kid, you don't want that to happen to your child. And you really see things from a different perspective, and then you stop putting yourself first, and you realize, you know, I need to put, you know, these little people before me. You know, they're so important. They're my life, and they need things before I do. But you can't forget to take care of yourself too, because happy mommy, happy kids.
Yeah, that's like a play on happy wife, happy life.
Yes. Yes, 100%.
Yeah. Very nice. Well, thank you so much.
Thank
I
you.
will give you any sorry, let me rephrase. If you have any final thoughts about anything we said, or just a final thought.
This is for anyone, parent or not. I would say don't be so hard on yourself. None of us are perfect. We learn as we grow. We learn from mistakes. You know, they say that the definition of insanity is doing something the same way over and over and expecting different results. So if something doesn't work in life, whatever it is, if you're capable, try to do something else. If you're in a rut, you know, you can get out of it. I do believe that there's a solution for everything. And, you know, if anyone is religious in any way, just talk to whoever you believe.
Wow. Nice final thought. It was really nice to reconnect. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages, because you like don't come to New York anymore, which is understandable. No, I love New York. It's just California is nice. California
It is, but you know, with COVID, it's been stressful.
I can imagine. Yeah, well, it was great to reconnect, and feel free to like reach out. I'm not on Facebook anymore, but you can totally contact me. I mean, there's
Awesome.
like, then even though we're like, you know, different time zone, you know, it's ways to reconnect.
For sure.
Yeah. Alrighty. Take care.
Okay.
Lalato.
Thanks.
Bye.